Hi everyone, this is a video on Stage 6 subject selection and the information a student will need to ensure they choose the most appropriate subjects for their future pathways. What is the HSC? The HSC, or the High School Certificate, is the highest qualification received in high school. It is a combination of successfully completing Year 11 and 12. The minimum requirements to receive a HSC include Year 11, completing a minimum of 6 or more subjects, Year 12, completing a minimum of 5 or more subjects. There are 3 subject categories that will assist students in choosing the type of pathway they wish to pursue. These are Board-developed courses, Category A, ATAR subjects that will assist in applying for university. Board-developed courses, Category B, courses that will assist in developing transferable skills for the workforce, and an ATAR at the same time. You must opt for the exam in order for it to contribute to your ATAR. Board-endorsed courses, Category N, non-ATAR, practical-based subjects that will allow a student to receive their HSC. Not sure which pathway is right for you? There are 3 options. To qualify for an ATAR, you will need a combination of Category A and B. See the subject selection booklet or Careers Advisor for more details. A non-ATAR pathway is a flexible pathway for students. Students can have a combination of Category A, B and N. See the subject selection booklet or Careers Advisor for more details. Keep in mind, English is the only compulsory subject. However, we do recommend mathematics as majority of occupations and universities require basic mathematics. What if you are unsure? That's okay. We advise that choosing an ATAR pathway would be safer, as you are able to change from an ATAR to a non-ATAR pathway. Here is an example of an ATAR and non-ATAR pathway. Michael would like to do an ATAR pathway. His subject choices are English Standard, Mathematics Standard 2, Biology, Business Studies, Modern History, and PDHPE. All of these subjects are Category A, and therefore he will be able to receive an ATAR. Mary would like to do an ATAR pathway, but she is also interested in completing a retail course at school. Her subject choices are English Advanced, Chemistry, Retail, Visual Arts, Textiles, and Ancient History. All of her subjects except for Retail are Category A. However, Retail is a Category B, which means if she decides to sit the exam at the end of Year 12, she's able to have the course marks contribute towards her ATAR. Therefore, all of her courses will enable her to receive an ATAR. Non-ATAR. Karim is interested in completing his HSC and wanting to apply for apprenticeship. His subject choices are English Studies, Mathematics Standard 1, Construction, Metals and Engineering, Work Studies, and Sports, Lifestyle and Recreation. All of his subjects are a combination of either B or N, and therefore he is eligible to receive his HSC and will support him becoming job ready. So what is expected of senior students? Your HSC is earned, not given. Work hard to complete all the necessary requirements will reward you at the end of your journey. Attendance must be at 85%. You're expected to attend class, and if you do miss out on class, it is a student's responsibility to catch up with their classroom teacher. The classwork, assessment, and homework are all important aspects of achieving your HSC. It is expected to complete everything at a satisfactory level. Some advice. Choose the English subject based on your pathway. Choose what you are good at. Choose according to your future pathway. If you are ever unsure, ask. Remember, use the support networks, for example, Career Advisor, Deputy Principal, teachers and parents. Take the process as seriously as possible. It sets up your future. Educated decisions are better decisions. Conduct research, use the subject selection handbooks and career quizzes to ensure your choices are suitable for you. Submit forms electronically and physically to the front office. Friendly reminder that there will be a market stall organised for your child or ward to attend and ask subject-specific questions. Thanks for joining us. For any inquiries, please refer to the subject selection handbook or contact the Career Advisor.